look out on the field. Here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one.
What a snag by the defense. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Wants to throw. It's Harvin. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, where you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before...
Touchdown, Dogs! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, and gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that throw.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there. Just
steamrolling his way through. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Wow, already up to 250 catches for his career.
That's a lot of catches. How about the consistency of this young man, the durability, the toughness? He's got all those characteristics, Palmer.
250 catches is impressive, too, because every week the defense knows they're trying to get this guy the ball, and still they cannot stop him.
Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And they got him for the sack. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Touchdown, Topper. catch and run for 6.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Pressure coming. They're bringing heat. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
Defense has been looking so good on this drive so far. They already set up 3rd and long, and now they take all the throws away down the field. Great job in coverage. Great job reading the QB's eyes. So there's nowhere for him to go with it. He's got to throw it away.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Smashes him with the stiff arm. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clear.
And the blitz gets to him just like that.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. And with that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
Handoff from the gun.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. A defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. He'll set up to throw. It's complete on the right side. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on 4th down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting 3s up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Sanders. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
The Hilltoppers will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Colorado State rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Canvas Stadium. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Back to throw, it's Harvin. He's right on target. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short drive.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. At the 35, he's got room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. The play action fake. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Back to pass, it's Harvin. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? And the field goal unit is on the field. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. And man, David, you couldn't ask for any better starting field position than this.
This is as good as it gets. Defense made the play. Now offense gets a chance, Jesse, to go cash this in.
Yeah, they got to pay this one off, too. They would love to be able to go out, be physical, and run this.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Trying to take it back. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first. your first interception. They'll always remember.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Feeling, trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're scaring at third.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Had to throw it before he wanted. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And the Hilltoppers look to keep this drive humming. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
Coming after him. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on 4. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. The offense set for a first down play. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Harvin. Gets it to the back. Nice move and keep moving. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Stands in and takes the hit. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I love it. The offense being aggressive. They're taking a shot. Good job by the QB getting a lot of air under that ball. And how about the receiver and his ability to track it?
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They want to throw it. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Georgia. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They're lining up to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here.
Looking for the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
Got his man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that's going to give us a tie ball game. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tag.
From the gun, the ground game. Creates a little space. Hit the afterburners, kid. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And sometimes you go, man, what a play by that guy. He carried people, or he broke tackles, or his speed, and that time I'm like, Palmer, where is the defense?
I think it's too many guys being selfish, David. I think it's guys getting out of their gap. Everyone's trying to be a me guy, a hero, get the stat, maybe get the sack, get upfield, but you've got to play team defense. 11 guys doing their job. They did not get it done.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Live by the blitz. Get hit with a chunk play on the blitz, too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to lose some of those.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
He's looking to throw it. Gets it out fast. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. The Hilltoppers want to pick up the tempo. Fast motion from the offense. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to get to it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. On second down, he'll fire. Shoots it to the left. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Dogs! The defense takes matters into their own hands. What a play by the defense there. Loose football, country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop, and score.
No doubt, country versus city. When it's a country fumble, nobody around. I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on second down. Underneath toast the coverage. Got it deep downfield. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He wants to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
He's looking for an open man on second down. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Downfield and incomplete, the defense holds.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Hand off from the shotgun. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. First half in the books. Time down. Join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Hilltoppers will line up to kick off and start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Line gets set, first down. They'll open the second half with a run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number 1. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
Makes a move. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Dances away. He'll pull it down and run. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On third down, he drops to throw. They're trying to get to it. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hilltoppers will have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. They'll run the screen. Shows him the stiff arm. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And now on 2nd down for this offense.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. And they take it in for 6 more points. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker room. Coaching everything. You can't quantify, you can't measure. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Grab behind the line. It's Peters. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give him a first down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any...
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Scanning the field, it's Pope getting some heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got the back over the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He gets a hand on it, and they got it. Flying down the left side. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. On to attempt the try. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got it on the outside. It's Crispin. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Line getting set on second down. The give to the right. Discards a man. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. Now on the return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Comes out throwing on first down. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Looking to throw on second down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Toppers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now they find themselves behind. They have an answer.
Yep, losing the lead, obviously lose a little bit of momentum, but this offense, you can gain it right back, Palmer. Let's get a drive starter going. Find some guys you know they're going to make some plays for you.
So that's the challenge for them. You got to answer, right? You got to take the field here. You've got to execute, be physical, and regain this lead.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Now on second down. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside. Defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
With that penalty, they give this offense a little helping hand. Now it's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Harvin. Got his man quickly. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Got it in the middle. It's Peters. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll throw it on first down. Pulls it in. It's Peters.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Pressure coming. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that.
Final play of the quarter coming. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. That's the end of the quarter. Western Kentucky is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Grab near the marker. It's Peters. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Grabbed over the middle. It's Peters.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he's...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking out front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. They'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man downfield. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Hilltoppers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
A strike downfield. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Hilltoppers are flying down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sanders. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll give it to the back. Just causing wreckage in the secondary. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And now this offense on first and goal has a chance to break the tie late. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. beat their one-on-ones, and force a tackle for a loss.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I don't know about that play call, man. Your quarterback's already thrown 3 TDs in this game. Pollock, let him cook down here.
Yeah, I mean, trying to show some balance, but he has had a great day. I trust him. This is a good situation. I'm going to put the ball in his hands, and I'm going to let him throw this football and get a touchdown.
A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away from the heat. Touchdown, WKU! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
The give from the gun. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one play.
They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. It's Harvin using the quick game. Tackled immediately after the catch.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Georgia sends out the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to run for it. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. They'll try it on the ground. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And 4th and inches for me is a green light anywhere on the field. I'm going to run the football. I'm going to be physical. I'm going to go to my play. I know I can get it. I like the play call on 4th and inches to go for it.
And the Hilltoppers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the single back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They want to run it left here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. The Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field. Might as well give it to him again. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And a critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. First down here for the offense. To the air. It's Harvin. Setting up the screen. Running with power. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Get it out on the screen.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes one. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock, and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different